What's going on, guys? So, as most of you guys know, or probably don't even know, down here in deep South Texas, one of the leading woods that we have here in regards to smoking, grilling, whatever the case may be, is going to be mesquite. Now, a lot of the folks, especially the Midwesterners, Northeast, whatever the case may be, that don't really have access to mesquite, often think mesquite is too powerful. Mesquite is not usable when it comes to smoking, when it comes to grilling or anything like that. It's entirely too strong. Maybe that's the case for some folks, but I don't think that's necessarily true for everyone. So let me go ahead and show you exactly what I've used here in these videos. Let's go ahead and check it out. Now here we have what I've always used here in this channel. Almost always it's going to be this, which is live oak. Now, one of the ways that you can tell that this is going to be oak is even if you saw it or whatever, it's going to have this little sun ray pattern. I'm not sure if it's picking it up on camera, but there's these little, like all of these lines that run away from the center, right? Let's check out this side. No, not too much. This side you can definitely see it. See that, how it's coming from right here and they're going outwards like that. That's how you can tell that it's oak. In this particular case, this is live oak. The bark is pretty rugged. It's pretty awesome. I like it. It's very mild, I guess you can say. I think post oak is just a little bit stronger. Not a whole lot, but you know, it gets you by. Now here is mesquite. Now I cut both of them straight from my land, right? Now you can tell that this is mesquite from the red inside, right? And sometimes you'll end up getting honey pots, right? Like the sap is so thick that it looks like a lot like honey. So that's one of the ways that you can go ahead and tell the difference between mesquite and something else, right? Now mesquite, traditionally, you turn it into charcoal and you use it for grilling, no problem at all, fantastic. However, down here in deep South Texas, we use them a lot for smoking. Doesn't matter if it's pork, beef, whatever, mesquite is going to be king down here, at least in South Texas. So why exactly am I bringing this up? Well, because I'm going to go ahead and make this mesquite series. I'll go ahead and make an oak series later on, but I think first and foremost, the mesquite series is going to be one of the ones that I really want to go ahead and fulfill for everyone. And I say this because there's a lot of misconception when it comes to mesquite. Too strong, too powerful, you're never going to enjoy it, it's too bitter, it tastes like coffee, whatever. I have not found that to be true. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and start making this mesquite series. And today, we're going to go ahead and start by doing a reverse sear on a tri-tip. So let's go ahead and get that done. So there we go. Snake River Farms, American Wagyu tri-tip. Now I've had these before in the past and they are phenomenal. So if you want to try this one out, definitely give it a try. Is it necessary? Obviously not, but if you want to get something with a little bit more of a different type of fat content, go ahead and give this a try, because the fat on a Wagyu, even on an American Wagyu one, is so much different than, say, prime. So all we're going to do now is just do a quick trim. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time trimming, except for this silver skin. Well, that's really it, man. This silver skin right over here, same thing. We're going to go ahead and get rid of it. So that's pretty much it, man. So the first thing that we're going to go ahead and do is hit it with some coarse salt. Now I have used regular table salt in the past, but it's a little bit on the finer side, man. So sometimes it can get a little overpowering because it's really hard to measure how much salt you added if it's really fine. So that's what we're gonna do. Now, pepper can time. All we're going to do is just give it a little quick SPG, man. Nothing more, nothing less. Same thing with the garlic. The garlic, I leave it towards the end because it's the finest ingredient. So I always leave it to the end. If I put the garlic powder first, it's going to be very hard for the salt and the pepper to go ahead and stick. So always do the thickest, the coarsest seasoning first, then go to your medium, and then go to your finest. There we go. And that's it, man. That's all we're doing to it. Let's go ahead and check on the fire. Not even 2 minutes later, boys. You see why seasoning the mesquite is very, very important. Now this mesquite has been split and seasoned for, I want to say maybe close to a year, not fully, but if you have full logs of mesquite, it's going to take forever to season. Now, if you cut it and then split it, then you sometimes cut that time in half. Look at that, man. All right, boys, time to go ahead and put the tri-tip in. Now, what I am going to do is I'm going to put the meatier side towards the fire and the thin side back over here. This might cook off. I'm not worried about it. So, we'll see you guys in a bit. Now, guys, if you are new to mesquite, I highly encourage you to only smoke it to about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours at most. Which is what we did right here. Now, the reason being is because if you are only familiar to, say, oak, maybe, I don't know, something like a fruit wood or something like that, this might be a little bit overpowering, but don't worry, we're going to finish it off right over here. This is where we're going to go ahead and finish it off, boys. Now, the internal temperature on this thing is about 100 degrees already. And that's all we're going to do. We're going to finish it off. Now, I opened the door just in case it needs a little bit more air. I don't think it does, man. I mean, it's doing real good. But this is giving me a better access to go ahead and flip it if I need it. Bro, I just flipped it. I'm sorry I didn't record it, but if you could smell this, man. If you could smell this. It just smells so much like a steakhouse right now, man. Like a Brazilian type style steakhouse. It smells incredible. Doing this over wood after you already smoked it for about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, man, that's something else. Let's go ahead and give it another flippy. I don't think it needs it, but yeah, right there. Bro, I'm telling you 100%, this thing smells phenomenal. There it is, boys. So now it's at 125, 28 degrees, depending if it was this side or that side. It didn't char up it did char up a little bit on the edges, but right here, nice and soft. It just did get a little crispy though, so that was my bad. Fire was a little bit too high, but don't worry. As long as the inside is good, that's all that matters. All right, guys, let's go ahead and let it rest, and we'll see you guys in a bit. All right, boys, let's see what we got. Grains are running this way, so I'm going to, well, first I'm going to go ahead and separate this muscle within the, I'm going to separate this muscle, and then I'm going to cut this way. So let's go ahead and separate it first. There we go. Look at that, bro. Is this just right? Or is it too raw, or is it too done? You tell me, bro. I like it this way. That's just me, though. That's just me. Matter of fact, this looks pretty good. Now remember, guys, we only did an actual smoke for about an hour and a half, almost 2 hours, and then the rest of it, we grilled it off. So let's see if it paid off. I don't know about you guys, but at least for me, this has just the right amount of smoke and just the right amount of char. You can get too much smoke with mesquite, and you can get too much char. Again, a little bit of char, no problem. Burnt to crisp, that's something else. But this, let's see how this one does, bro. Grains are running this way. Oh man, you see that smoke ring right there, bro? It's hard to see. That's my daughter right there. It's hard to see, but you can see the smoke ring right there, man. Again, an hour and a half, 2 hours. That's all you need. Then grill it up. Good to go. I think this side is even better, man. You know what? I think I'm gonna do a mesquite brisket next time around. Leave a comment in the comment section below if you guys want me to go ahead and do a mesquite brisket. We'll go from there. But this, bro, there you go. But look at that. Look at that smoke ring right there. Almost like a brisket. But again, an hour and a half, 2 hours if you're starting out. Now, if you really want to get a much deeper smoke, then you're going to have to go a bit more than that. But at least to me, this is perfect, man. Phenomenal. So there you guys have it. Now, the char action is going to be totally up to you. I like it a little bit more with a bit more char action. If you guys want less, go ahead and smoke it up to a higher temperature and then sear it off so that you don't get too much of that char action before it gets up to temperature. So with this reverse sear, you get the type of smoke flavor that you would normally get, say on oak or whatever. However, it's a little bit more of a deeper side, right? It's not over powerful. I don't think you can, I mean, you can probably do an over smoke, but I don't believe that's the case in many cases, especially with mesquite. So you get a smoke flavor, but it has like a little bit of a sweetness to it, right? It's very hard to explain. Unless you do mesquite smoke, you're gonna know what I'm talking about. It doesn't taste bitter. I don't know where people got that from. It doesn't taste like coffee. Again, I don't know where that came from, but if I had to put it from like a 0 to 10 scale in regards to heavy smoke, I put it somewhere around maybe 6, maybe 7, with oak being maybe about, yeah, around 4 or 5. It's just different flavors overall. I mean, it's still smoke, but it has a little bit of that sweetness action on top of it. So I think this is going to go a lot better than most people think it is, right? I don't think mesquite gets a whole bunch of credit where it's needed. I'm not going to say it's the perfect wood either, but it's definitely not the worst, man. So on to the next episode. You guys, I'm pretty sure you guys are going to like it. Be sure to go ahead and like, subscribe. See you in the next one. Later, guys.